These mountain bikers are about to be homeless. More than 4,000 enthusiasts are losing access to their tracks because the Pan Pac forest block is being harvested. With the central government handing out millions for regional projects, Hastings District Council Economic Development Team got behind a proposal to use Eskdale Park as a staging area for a bigger mountain bike park that could generate $4 million for the economy. But when locals were presented with a council-drawn concept plan at a planting day, they were not happy.
We're totally in support of them having their multi-million-dollar world-class facility on the Pan Pac land. The problem is that when you look at the projected plan, it's going to change the usage of the park from this beautiful natural green space to becoming a mountain bike hub. Plus, it isn't stopping at a car park. That is an absolute, that's not true. They also want a bike wash station, a mini kids pump track, and according to what they advised us on the planting day, this is just the start because they've also applied in their projected plan for commercial buildings.
The Hawke's Bay Mountain Bike Club has been given resource consent to use Pan Pac land for car parking and access and tracks, but says the terrain is not suitable for car parking and private cars are not a good mix with forestry operations. Its first choice to access the new mountain bike park via Tate Road close to its current entrance was thwarted by neighbours. It says it only nominated Waipanga Road for access and parking to help get its resource consent over the line, where nearby Eskdale Park offers the parking and access it needs.
We want a win-win situation for the community, for the club and for our sport and for the greater Hawke's Bay region. I mean, what we do is we bring a lot of riders into town who come for the weekend, and bike tourism now is a significant part of our tourism in Hawke's Bay, and we need facilities in our region to facilitate the sport.
A third of the Eskdale Park has been leased to a private user. The club says the leased land, accessed from Yule Road, could be an option for its proposal, which needs a new bike bridge across the Esk River at a cost of $500,000. Funding is not going well. The club says while park enhancement could be a consideration for funding applications, Eskdale Park would nonetheless still be its first preference.
Will it ruin the park for locals?
Look, not at all there, Patrick. There's heaps of room. In fact, there's more room there than most people realise. But hey, I understand that yes, there's other user groups, but we believe as a club that there is room for all. Basically, what we need is a car park and a place to cross over. So that's all we're asking for in essence, and anything else would be a bonus.
While the council's economic development team got behind the prospect of a mountain bike tourist attraction, the council's parks team says it has not received any formal application from the mountain bike club to use Eskdale Park. It says the club's proposal could not proceed without consultation with all stakeholders. But the council has preempted any club application by bringing forward a long-term park management plan, a 7-stage process which will take more than a year.
Our preference as a council is to work with wider community rather than just reacting to one request, because there's always multiple demands for the use of public space. There are a whole pile of desires, and this is an opportunity to see what the future of that park, Eskdale Park, looks like. The Mountain Bike Club has their plans and their desires. The Friends of Eskdale have their plans and their desires. And who knows who else has plans and desires. We've all seen in the media there's a group of individuals who would like to form a skid pad somewhere. Maybe Jim Carner would like to come back to the reserve as it was in the old days. 2/3 of the reserve was gifted by one of the local families to the Crown many years ago. There's discussions that have to happen with the Crown because we only manage that reserve on behalf of the Crown, and the Crown might have its own uses. We don't know. So we're at the very early stage. Our council does not have a plan beyond what that reserve currently is, and to do this process. This process will inform the future plan for the reserve.
Richardson says the club was still in the scoping stages of its evolving proposal and was surprised the council went public when it did, using council-drawn concept plans. Patrick O'Sullivan, Local Focus.